gotta
Talk to
the
him.
chosen brown one. You know me, it's Joey B. We got my son Los here.
Come on.
We here, baby.
You see where we at?
You already know
Where we at? Tell them where we at.
we at the most prestige location, the best bar, uptown New York City.
Come on.
The last stop. The last stop. So it's only right we introduce our guest. This is gonna be our location. So he's that guy. You know what I mean? If you don't know, if you ain't heard about it, you about to hear about him coming soon. It's PDNY, everybody. Make some fucking noise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before anything, like that chosen brown boy shit.
Chosen brown one.
Who gave you that?
God gave it to me.
Yo, do you co-sign on the cake?
Yo, bro. I took it to my cousin's wedding.
I heard.
Yo,
He blended right in, right?
bro, I was like, this is one person I never had to worry about just fitting in, right? So I'm looking. It was like, I think it was like day 4, day 5. I'm like, yo, tired, drinked out, like everything. Like it was just like, there's no energy, but we created the energy, right? I'm in the backyard. I'm like, yo, I haven't seen him for like an hour or two. I'm like, what the fuck he got? So I'm like, yo, let me go look for him. He's in the middle of all the aunties, like they're doing like like they're doing the Mendy, and he's like there with his hands out like this, and like they're all loving him in the middle of my eyes. Oh, he's good. He's good. You got bad boy for life now. That's
Nah, you really the certified brown one.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, without further ado, we really appreciate, opening your doors and letting us come in here and,
nah, bro. This place,
take all this in, bro. This is a beautiful spot.
this place is as much as yours as it is mine. So you know what's up. You know the deal from this when we get. Well, the first night, and then we was opening the night before, and Joel's gonna be helping me put like the shelves up. The shelves weren't even. That's one that sneaker joint was out, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I gotta go to Angie Martinez. I'm like, I go. And I had to do this shit by myself, and he came back, still helped me out. I'm like, yo. So as much as this spot is mine, is yours.
I appreciate this
We're
love.
starting this shit from together. So
I appreciate that. Definitely home base right here. And to know that I put some blood, sweat, and tears into this makes it that much more, it's hard. But
And if you haven't been, make sure you come to the last stop, because
5977 Broadway, put it in your Uber.
the staple.
It's only going to get,
Joel's coming, all Ubers coming this way.
it's on, and tabs. Free drinks on me. So I guess, first and foremost, like what we do on this show is, and I'm going to love doing this because, I really appreciate you as a friend, as a brother, as a homie. We give the flower. We give y'all flowers. You know what I mean? We want to give that to you right now. Being a young person of color who is an entrepreneur, is definitely a big deal, and a lot of people don't see that often.
Yeah.
So we want to give you those flowers. We think what you're doing here in this spot right here, me and Lo talk about it all the time. The potential, the climactic parts, the lit events, the atmosphere, the ambience that you've been able to set is also another big deal. So we just want to continue to give you your flowers because, man, it's not many, 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds,
27 now.
27-year-olds walking around saying
on,
that
man.
they own an establishment,
Come on.
And you speak for your people too, you're a brown boy yourself, Punjab descent.
Yes, sir.
And that itself is another reason to give you your flowers, bro.
I appreciate that.
We want you to keep that going. So really want to dive into that. Really want
Let's
to
go.
dissect that. So Los, we want to, anything you want to specifically get into right away? I have a number of things.
Yeah, we got a lot to get into, but being that we started off with the last stop, man, like just talk about that process, bro. Like how does one become the owner of this establishment right here, man?
There was a lot, it was a lot given to me. This is not something that it was just like, yo, I'm just open up a bar, like go through all that initial hassle, like looking for a spot, finding something. And this was my dad's diner for almost 35 years, 40 years. So I'm like, it was almost sort of like a legacy. And when this opportunity came, I had nothing going for me. I dropped out of school. I was out. I was like, yo, I was at home fucking 12 hours a day, like not doing anything. I'm like, yo, I got to figure this shit out. That time was like, yo, I had no idea what was going on. But I'm 22, I'm 21 at that point. I'm like, all right, cool. So I had a lot of good people around me at that moment. It was like Joel, and then my people's from the other side. I'm like, yo, I told my sister, I'm like, yo, crazy idea. You trying to open up a bar? My sister looked at me like, you crazy. You know, like, yo, okay, PD, I open up a bar. And it was like unheard of. Like, nah, we can't. We don't know nothing about it. Well, like, we even know to open up a bar.
Right.
So I told to my partners over here, like, yo, and that's one of my good friends. I was like, yo, you think we should open up a bar at shortstop? He was like, why not? So from there, like, one thing led to another, and then, like, just like we were talking about it, and it was happening. We were talking about it, it was happening. And then it's September 28th, 2018, and, like, it's grand opening. I'm like, how do we get here?
Word.
And that day was just nuts, too. I'm like, POS crashed, and POS wasn't working. I spent half my night on the floor fixing up the Wi-Fi where everybody's over here lit. So it's been a crazy process, but it was like, I got a lot of people around me that wanted the same things for me, for themselves. So, like, if I would say, like, yo, I did this shit by myself, it's a lot. It's like, this is all built off of backs of other people. And I'm just happy to just, be in the position I am to own it out,
Yeah, definitely. I think what your story is like the biggest example of taking a risk and putting yourself out there. Like, to have a crazy idea. A lot of people made like, what? I don't know. Like shortstop, a lot of people don't know shortstop diner. Well, actually a lot of people do, but it was a staple. It was definitely a staple to this community.
It was the last stop before, like, shortstop was actually the last stop for people's nights.
Yeah.
Because people would just go out and they would come over here from breakfast. I see you sometimes drunk in here, eating pancakes. I'm like, yo, bro, go home.
Relax. I've never been that.
I believe that in my life.
I have some stories though, but what I'm trying, I also did, God bless, and I was a waiter for a few years here, and to see the faces, come in and out for lunch, everyday people for coffee, for breakfast, and things like that. It was definitely like their place to go eat, and to just say, oh, let's do a bar. It's a big risk. And again, just to continue giving your flowers, you did that. You took a risk, and I feel like this is what we want to do. We want to inspire people to, be themselves. Take that risk.
That is scary though, like, you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like, it's scary. Your back's against the wall. I'm like, yo. After the first night closed up, it was like 5 a.m. I'm like, damn, gotta do this shit tomorrow. And the day after, and it's like, it's like when you it's crazy how, as a human, you could just figure shit out when your back's against the wall. Like, you're just like, yo, I cannot turn around because there's nowhere to go. I need to keep fighting through this shit.
Right.
And then eventually, like, you see the light, and you're like, okay, let's just keep putting these hours and let's just keep putting these steps, and eventually you get to it. But the mind is also plays you like, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. It's like seriously such a battle with yourself at one point. You just gotta fight through it.
Yeah, man. Yo, how was that transition though? Like, cause your pops on the spot. How was that conversation like when he told him, I'm gonna open this, I'm gonna change this to the bar?
So
was there any pushback to that?
Nah, like the dining was it was appreciating every day. Like, I was telling my dad, I'm like, yo, bro, you like really killing yourself every day, 15, 16 hours. For what? This is like this in the red and not doing anything. Well, we come from immigrant families. For them to give up doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, I'm gonna fight through this shit. I'm like, for us, we grew up over here, so I'm like, yo, you got choices. For them, it's like, there's no choice. I need to make this keep going and keep it successful. But we sat down, me and my sisters, explained it to him, like, yo, this is the plan. This is what we want to do. And he was like, more than willing to. I was like, all right, let's do it. Whatever you need, I'm there for you. I'll help you out. And then from that, it was just like he wanted to see it happen. He wanted me telling him about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, yo, you can tell me anything you want. I was like, but if nothing's happening, I'm still gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
So eventually started putting the pieces together, and then when he saw it happening, he like stepped back. He was like,
It's all yours now.
Do you think?
That's dope.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? You can do all the talking that you want, but at the end of the day, it's got to be some action. And when the action happened, it was like you had to just be like, yo, this shit is really happening. Like, I remember coming in and this whole shit was just empty, like nothing. And then one day the bar got built. I remember when the bar got built, niggas was dumb lit. We was like,
Yeah, we just come in like close, like
Right.
big ass ladders in here, like shit hanging off. I was like pretending to be bartending shit and the ballers like it's like bro, kid, like, we were kids, like we still,
Yeah, right.
I was like, yo, which dumbass gave me the like, yo, give me the power to do this shit and
Right.
I like open a bar.
yeah,
23.
That's
I mean that shit was like it was no joke because I'm like now I'm in this position, now we gotta do it.
yeah,
It was like we were a bunch of kids back here, like,
Right.
like we had no idea what we was doing. We just did it.
living in the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't good though. Like, you know, I feel like risks I always needed because it keeps you on your toes at all times.
Yeah.
That allows you to get comfortable.
right.
If I want you to get a little too comfortable, which I felt like recently, I got a little too comfortable, and I started seeing like things depreciate within the last album, like whether it's customer service, whether it's like this. I'm like, one night I had a bad night in it, and it was like nobody. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I sat down in the car, I'm like, and I really had to have a conversation with myself. I'm like, yo, Pete, you're getting way too comfortable right now. Like the music just started, so I'm like, I don't know if like I had to really talk to myself, like, yo, music is just it's a pipe dream. It's like
Right.
that shit doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, that's not real life. This is real life. This is taking care of your family, taking care of what you want to do, even paying for the music at one point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So let's put this to the side, focus on this, bring it back to where it was, and like regroup. And then now my thing is like the only way I can make music is if I know I'm good over here. If I'm not good over here, I'm not even looking that way. Because you can't. It's so easy to get sucked into that life.
Yeah.
We just gotta like step back and really like out of body experience, talk to yourself like, yo, bro, and Bobby, come back.
Yeah.
Well,
We definitely gonna touch on that pipe dream of a music career. I don't think it's a pipe dream, but you know, I really want to. I guess I never really asked you this, because me and Lowe's were talking about it, and we really want to know, like, when you really like were like, I bet I'm doing this, right? And this is like you're in your crib and you're like, it's going down, this and that. Like, what were your thoughts, or what was like your vision behind like the last stop? Because like when you walk in, you know, you see the type of like atmosphere. You got a sign that says you are exactly where you need to be. You got, you know, the one train, Bronx, the last stop. Like, what was your vision when you initially started?
I felt the vision was always to keep it simple, like don't do too much.
Mhm.
And it was always like, yo, we grew up, like we born and raised with me, like especially like there's neighbors over here that see me at like 10 years old.
Right.
I got my first haircut at 12 at Jerry's, so it's like let's keep it family, let's keep it community.
Wait, hold on. You got your first haircut at 12?
And like, well, I had long yet.
Oh.
I went on my head. So like, wait, yeah, 12.
Yeah, so I had a turban when I was younger. So when I first I went to Jerry, but it was always family, community, and stuff. But
right.
everybody came in, everybody knew each other's names. So I'm like, yo, we're not gonna like that's who we are. That's how we had to keep it. Like, so I was like, yo, keep it simple.
Right.
We're gonna figure it out. Like, we had no idea what time we knew we wanted to do like Indian fusion food. We didn't know what we was gonna do. Even like the first day when we opened, it was the first time we ever made butter chicken wings. The first night, first batch of butter chicken wings. We like got first customer.
Shit's on fire, butter chicken.
Yeah, definitely.
That's still got that on the menu?
Yeah.
I gotta try
So one of them, like now we got butter mac and cheese. We got butter chicken sliders. We got all this shit. But it was like keep it simple, keep it community, keep it family, keep it. Even if it's a new customer coming in, your family now or something. You know, I want people to feel comfortable when they come over here. They want to feel cozy. I was like, yo, I don't want to go anywhere else. This is where I'm gonna be at. So that was like initially like not even thought about it. It was like this is something we already knew what we want to represent, especially over here.
There.
Yeah, I think you're laying a good foundation of that.
Right. Yeah, cozy is the right word too. Because that's how I feel when I get here. It's like a nice, cozy, intimate spot. Yeah.
I guess a little too crazy sometimes. Like
Right.
I lose nuts. But
I heard.
but it's like, you know, it's also like that, like nights like that. It was a great night. And sometimes you gotta figure out like, yo, how can we, you know, handle situations like this, you know? It's a learning thing every single day.
Yeah.
That's one thing though. Like with this, it's not a day that went by I didn't learn nothing new.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, yo, because I was a teller at a bank before this at Wells Fargo. And it was like, yo, repetitive as fuck. Like every single day doing the same
Shit.
thing.
Yeah.
Deal with the same people doing the same transaction. I'm there like, man, I'm like, nah, bro, this cannot be it.
Yeah, it's not for you, bro.
Couldn't. I was like, nah, we need to figure this shit out and do something
Yeah.
and open it.
So that's good you say that, because you know, taking it from here, like where do we go from here? It's pretty much where do you go from here? Like, what's your vision now that you're established?
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like every day we're doing something. I want to keep growing. Like, I think the biggest compliment we got over here is like, yo, Pete, when we come in, you doing something different. Whether it's like the decor, whether it's like changing the furniture, like, I don't know. Like, it's like, I have an issue with like if I don't like coming here if it's the same thing going on at all times.
I feel that.
Even if I don't feel comfortable coming here, like, I feel like, yo, there's something that needs to change. So when I reach that level, I don't know, I figure out, like, yo, what's going on? I ask everybody, I hit them up, I'm like, yo, what's going on with the last stop? Like, give me honest feedback, like, so we could fix it. So right now, it's just keep going with this. Would love to do another last stop somewhere, probably in the West Coast, who knows? But right now, this is we just gotta keep watering the roots right now. And you see where it gets to, leave a legacy. You know, somebody else comes over, takes over. It's my kid, whatever it is. It's like legacy joint. That's all I want to do.
That's fine.
Yeah, you definitely have a good foundation right here, and you know, I just definitely keep it going. But I agree with you. You know, you can always venture out, remodel, do different things.
Yeah.
I see it right now, and I'm just like, man, it's gonna be tough to beat this, but it's doable, man. With the proper vision, as we speak about.
I feel like you really got to just do it, you know.
Right.
But we're getting older now, so it's like you can't just do it. You know? When we did it was like a little younger. I'm like, yeah, but now it's like everything's a risk, like bigger risk than what it was before.
Can say that again. Yeah, speaking of risk, bro, like how was the risk, you know, coming into this spot? I know there's one thing about having a vision, but
it was everything, bro. Because we could have lost. When I said back against the wall, I was like, yo, I could have literally lost everything. Like, whatever my dad had built, poof, gone. Because of my idea, whatever it was. So it's like, at that, I was battling expectations set for my father without him setting them.
Right.
You know, it was just more like it's not without even verbally talking about it.
You feel it. You feel it. Especially with parents.
And my mom is super supportive, right? But she was like, even with her, I know she had expectations leading into this. And those needed to be fulfilled. So I think the biggest risk was like losing literally everything, ruining relationships with friends that I built. The risk is always there. Like, you know, I even relationships, like, you know, the first 2 years I was in it 12, 14 hours a day, open and close. So I messed up friendships that relationships that I can't really, you know, get back to anymore. So it's like you're risking a lot at that point. So it's like there was everything to lose, but everything to gain at the same time.
Right.
I feel like the only person that really saw it was me. And I'm like, yo, we're gonna get there. I just need you to fucking like believe in me right now.
Yeah.
That's it. And then it's like my sisters are my biggest supporters. Raji and Jody, I got you, right? But without them, it's like this doesn't exist. You know, without them, this is just a story being told.
Yeah.
They are the reality of it. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah. How more were your sisters at the whole process?
Yo, damn, so me and my older sister Jody are like the creatives, right? In this sense. My sister Raji, she's like the organizer. Like she keeps the logistics. Like, you need to organize an event, she'll have A through Z, boom, done. And me and my older sister Jody are more like sporadic.
Yeah, add color to it.
Like, I would go over there and like ADHD, like, yo, I gotta do this and that. Like, from menus to all this shit, me and my older sister did it. And then my Raji, she runs like day-to-day operations sometimes. And if I'm not here, she's the person that comes in. Like, that's the big boss. I'm just here to face. But she's the one that runs the show, actually.
Shout out Raji.
Shout out Raji. And she works one day. That's crazy. So
that tells how organized she is if she working 1 day a week, man.
Yeah.
no, she's like a mom. You know, like she like really caters to it, like to a point I'm like, yo, bro, back off. Oh, like give me some space. But it's all love at the end of the day, you know. I see it, I feel it. So without them, this doesn't exist.
Yeah, and that's dope because people always say like, don't start business with your family. You know
No, it's like they no thing is like we set boundaries at the beginning of it. Like they know when to not overstep. They know when to not do anything. But I'm more of like, yo, I'm a team player.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, by any means necessary, let's get this shit done. Even if you tell me, yo, get the fuck out of here, I'll leave.
Yeah.
You know, but like, let's get this. Like, what's the angle? And when we get to that angle, we could sit back and talk about our feelings, you know. But you need to set boundaries, and especially with family, it's like, yo, I'm not ever gonna go against you. Like my dad and his brothers don't talk because of bullshit. I'm like, I will never be this person with y'all because my earliest memories that from the first time I knew I had memories with you guys. So I'm not gonna just throw that shit away for what? For this? Yeah. I'll throw this away before I go in that relationship, you know?
Damn.
It's facts. It's not. I feel like that you're nothing without the people around you.
Support system.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
None of this shit exists without it.
Yeah.
And niggas be hating, you know? Niggas be hating all the time, son. That's a fact. But, you know, even if it's family, but you got to understand that. And then you set that boundary.
You see that every day, though. Like, I've seen people that talk to me now that never really spoke to me before. I'm like, I'm not going to feel some type of way about it.
That's a fact.
But, like, I know who you are. Yeah. I'm still.
Yeah, for sure. It ain't nothing.
I always moved with it, too. I'm like, yo, I'm going to show you love regardless. Right. But I know how to keep you at arm's reach, you know? Yeah, I don't want to, keep a distance. I know who you are. Whatever it is, I'm going to show you the respect, love, whenever you walk in here, give you a hug, whatever it is. But that's the relationship. There's nothing else happens after that. I'm like, and we were kids at that point, too, so who knows? You know, what's going on in people's minds. Yeah. Everybody's going through something, so it doesn't really affect me.
Oh, you're being very PC right now, and it's okay. I personally,
I swear to God, though.
I personally call them dick riders, but it's okay. That's just me.
I mean, we don't keep PC. You outgrow people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, outgrow, bro, but it's also
like there's nothing wrong with outgrowing people.
And I don't want to give that my energy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
like, you didn't do anything for me. Like, you do literally nothing for me, so I'm like, I'm not gonna give you that. Especially, I'm not gonna give you that peace of mind that I'm reacting or acting some different way because you're around me.
Right.
True.
No, you give the people satisfaction like that, they feel like they have some control over you. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, you're not gonna have that.
I feel that.
100%.
I think so.
But they're all dick riders, right?
Call it how you see it, son. I'll be super authentic with it. I know a dick rider when I see one.
I don't say much, you know, like whatever.
Just keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing, but I see,
you just gotta,
That's like we got people around, like, yo, Joel notices, I notice it, people other notice it. I'm like, you guys notice it, so we gotta know what's up. I don't really gotta tell you anything. Yeah. You know, we know how to act around these people. That's it. You gotta don't do much. So
you definitely dropping a lot of gems right now of how someone should be moving as an entrepreneur and owner of a bar. We love for our guests to, you know, give game back, right? So one thing that we really want you to speak out on is pretty much what were the steps that you had to do to get a bar, right? From the liquor license to the fire hazards, all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what? A lot that goes into
it ain't just like let me walk up to a spot.
Nah, that's what I thought.
And be like, oh shit, I want to open a bar. What?
There's people that come up to me like, yo, bro, how'd you do? Like, I want to open my own spot up. I'm like, yo, you can do it, but you gotta be all in. They can't be like, it just when I first started, I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna go apply for liquor license. That comes, boom, open, 2 months, done. Bro, started applying for so first and foremost the location where you want to be at. I was lucky enough to already have a location. I knew how it worked. I knew the neighborhood. I knew everybody around it. Now it's just like liquor license.
So you really have to like do a thorough check.
Yeah.
On location, like be wise.
Be wise.
And be intentional of where you're gonna be at, because you don't want to just be anywhere.
So most people now is like, so now when I was like thinking about a second spot in the West, I'm like, yo, all right, this is things I never did before with this. I'm like, yo, all right, let me see the medium income around that area. Let me see the medium age around that area. Let me see who's around this area. Let me go over there, scope it out for a couple of weeks. See the foot traffic. See how many people. It's like, yo, when like big companies, it's like a Wendy's, McDonald's trying to open up, they send scouts out.
Yeah.
And those scouts will be parked over there for a month, counting how many people walk by. Like, yo, they got like 30, 20 people walk by today, like 5,000 today, only 200 today. It's like, so location in that sense matters because like, what's the traction that's coming around it? But we was lucky enough to have the location, but we was already known for what we were as a diner. Yeah. So as far as that was like not a concern. The second was license. When we applied for the license, it took me 1.5 years to get it in my head.
Wow.
And the liquor license is a $4,500 application fee. And
You said $4,500 application fee?
yeah, just the fee. So it's like, and you're not guaranteed to get it. Like you would be disapproved.
Right.
Like, they would like deny it.
And you don't get your money back?
You get your money back.
Wow.
But then
Damn.
I did it through
See,
a
I'm learning
lawyer.
all this stuff right now.
You got to do it through a lawyer, and the lawyer has his own fee.
Yeah.
So sometimes you out of pocket like 10 grand, just like trying to get things done. Well, got the but then the liquor license had issues because the building had issues. So I had to fix all the things within like what's going on. Oh, this pipe shouldn't be it. Take the pipe out. Oh, you guys messed this up. Clear out all the fines from Department of Buildings before they even like consider giving me the license. And I had to go to Department of Buildings. Like I spent at least a month and a half back and forth to Department of Buildings because they won't give you anything. They're like, yeah, they're not here until you gotta come back tomorrow. Or you're missing this one piece of paper, which they could fucking find on that thing, but they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a battle. Like I saw you, I wasn't working. Like that year, wasn't working at all. Like there was no income coming on my head. I was just like here, doing what I had to, like trying to make things like happen. And then boom, finally fucking license in my hand. I'm like, oh shit. Now I gotta worry about the menu. Cause I was so like lost and trying to make it happen. I felt, yo, what are we making? And also we had to worry about menu, what we gonna have in it, cocktails, liquor, whatever. So like all that just like comes into play. Now it's like I have more of a idea of how to go about it. It was much more simpler. But it's tough. I'm gonna say you really gotta be all in. Like you can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna just do it and like not follow up with it.
What about like that liquor license is crazy. Were there any other licenses that you had to get?
You got a food permit license. You gotta get to like tax ID renewed. Food permit's easy. Like you just gotta pay a fee and they give you the paper and you're good.
Yeah, because anybody can sell food.
Yeah,
pretty much.
liquor license, they look through everything. Yeah, if you have any sort of record, go W.
Really?
Damn.
So a convict can't come out and say, I want to open up
You
a
got
bar.
a felony, they're not even as a felony, you can't get shit on your name.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you got to be really clear, like crystal clear background. You should have, I got it on my dad's name. So my dad was like already almost 40 years into business.
Yeah.
License, driver's license, clear, no record, none of this shit. So for him, like the being approved was quick, but it was everything else that I had to like fix before they give it to you. Because they want no fire hazard, they want none of this. You got inspectors coming every week,
Yeah.
checking this out.
This is good because there's a lot of people out there that's trying to open up businesses and
Don't know that.
they don't know. They get into it and it's like, oh shit, this and that. Oh man, I remember one time like my man, he had bought a venue, like a party venue.
Like, oh yeah,
Yeah, like a hall. And we thinking like, oh shit, congratulations, this and that and the third. And we threw a party in there. Cops come in and they asked for like some like fire license. Yeah. Like, you need to have this up. He didn't have it up. Shut the whole shit down. Got a fine. Never rebounded from that ever again. So
and that's like with the hall is like it's not. That's like passive income. It's not like you're making money every day.
yeah.
You're making money when people book an event. I was lucky enough, like we was like when we started, we was making money every single day. It was like if I get hit with that, it's easier for me to pay it.
Yeah.
And I would like fix it. You know, because there's fines where in COVID especially, there was like cops just outside just like posting up,
Posted up.
waiting for you to fuck up. Like getting like I got a ticket, $25 ticket for a person. He got up with his beer in his hand to go use the bathroom. Took a sip, put the beer down, came to use the bathroom. And this was like outdoor dining stuff. And then like two dudes come up to me like, yo, let me speak to the manager. I'm like, yo, what's up? Because let me see your liquor license. Let's see my liquor license. He's like, yo, you served this person liquor and they stood up and drank it. I'm like, okay, like what's the problem? But at that point, you couldn't get up to even drink during COVID, which was fucking ridiculous.
Crazy.
$25.
He was outside eating and he came.
Yeah, they was posted up. They took pictures. They were like, yo, we already got pictures. We got all this shit. Like
Wow.
That's
two weeks
It's
later.
pigs, man. It's pigs, bro.
2 weeks later, I got the fine. I'm like, and it's like, you can't say, nah, I'm gonna battle this shit. Cause now I'm like, nah. It's like, yo, you gotta take that out. Pay it. Get them off your ass. And you're good. But if you want to battle them, now they're gonna come for everything else.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You don't want that war. I mean, it's a gang. You don't want that war with them.
It's a war, bro. Cause I'm like, I'm good. I'm not starting this shit with y'all. I'll pay the fine. But that's why, yo, you get hit with like random shit like that.
Right.
That's what people tell me too. Like, yo, bro, like, no, let me do this. Let me go right now, bro. Like, it's not that I don't want you to do it. It's like, there's a high risk for me to doing this shit.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand that. It's like I'm trying. They're like, oh, you like feeling some type of way or something. I'm like, nah, it's never that. It's like now I got to really look at how to protect this shit. You could be my man. It's like Joel could tell me some crazy. I'm like, nah, but you look it, you know. But he'll understand. But there's some people that be like, they'll feel some type of way about it.
Right.
You know?
And that's pretty much the boys. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really NYPD is good. I think it's more like it was at San Lea, that like state liquor authority. They had their people out.
Right.
Sheriff's department was out. It was everybody trying to get. It was 2020 was a different era. Man. It was like it was the sign going on, sign in the air. It was weird.
Yeah. Can't wait to tell my nephew and niece about that. Like, y'all wasn't here for 20. Y'all was what, 2022.
We was walking in the streets. We was doing all this.
Right.
Y'all wasn't outside. Even when we was supposed to be outside. This shit, you take this shit for granted.
remember when we had, it was the riots going on?
Oh,
and then
shit.
They were like, yo, they were destroying, the Fordham got destroyed, right? That shit was nuts, though. It was like straight out of a fucking movie, bro. Because I was like, we left. I was like, yo, let's go check that shit out. You know, remember when we drove by?
Yeah.
Yo, it was a helicopter. Like, this is Fordham. It was a helicopter right there. It's like going around, like, yo.
There was helicopters.
Destroying businesses. Like,
everything was, there was fire on the, like, just random fires. Like, not like a building, but like garbages, stores on fire.
It was insane.
I remember, this is when we knew we had to turn around because we knew some shit was about to go down. We seen from afar a line of cops walking down the street. And we look to our left, from afar, we see a group of like rioters. And it was just like, we were like in the middle, like in a whip.
We out of here.
We're like, yo, this shit about to get crazy. We out of here. We left.
It was wicked, man.
It was crazy, man.
But speaking of 2020 though, because I could imagine business is going good, last stop up and running, then boom, COVID hit, man.
Well, it was a year. I think we opened in 2018 September, so we was barely. I think we just made like a year and change, you know, and then like things was going smooth.
Yeah.
Like, bet, cool. So let's get it rocking. What we doing next? At boom. Oh, everybody got to shut down for 2 weeks. I'm like, I bet we can shut down for 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 2 months. I'm like, fuck, dude, like, we need to open up one way or another. No, thank God, like, our landlord was good. He was always like, you know, whenever you guys are ready, like, he split the rent in half. You know, it was like, which is like not a lot of, not everybody got blessed like that.
Yeah, that's a huge, that's a huge blessing.
But
That's what's
with
up.
2020, I think we had like a phenomenal year as a business.
Word.
Not a lot of people say that, but we was like, we were here. Oh, it was like, he was working at that point. We had like takeout services, deliveries. I was delivering myself everywhere. Nobody's really come inside. So like we really were able to sell, because before 2020, we were relying on events and people to come over here through the energy of you, the energy of you. Like, yo, I'm hosting an event, pull up. So people come to the last time because of that. But they won't come to like just eat.
Yeah.
So with COVID, it really allowed me to sell my food. And then people were like, yo, this is actually pretty high.
Facts.
You know, and then from there it just went like the whole year was just insane. And we finally got it to open up, and it was like I seen the difference in like what was going on at that moment. I'm like, all right, because this is exactly what I wanted. I don't want like a party venue.
Right.
Yeah.
I never wanted that. I was like, yeah, it's cool to have it Friday, Saturdays, to have like a chill, but you still got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
That you got to worry about.
Word.
You know, so we finally were able to sell our food. People believed in it, and then it started to become like a thing. You know, so for me, like, thank God, like 2020 was more of like a
Growing
year.
Definitely.
But it's also as a business person too, it's like, don't get comfortable.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to pivot.
You gotta learn how to, cause like, yo, if my dad was here at shortstop at the diner, he would like, now we're done. You know, but you got no fight left in you, bro. Like, my dad's 67 now. It's like, yo, you can't do that. I was 25 at that moment, so I'm like, nah, we getting through this shit. Now it's like, yo, now I gotta figure out a whole new business plan. Like, nobody's coming inside, so what's the marketing? What are we doing over here? And then Daniel was always great with that. He always had like different with the marketing.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, I bet. So it was like teamwork. And, you know, I could only do so much. But it's like so many people doing their role and their job. It was like, it just kept it going. So it was like, I was good for that.
Yeah, I also think just being here and, you know, being active, working, helping out, or just chilling I saw a lot of like a lot of, it was COVID, right? And then at that point, it was like, all right, we can go outside. We just can't be around people. A lot of people were utilizing the park.
We was outside every day, bro.
Yeah, we were outside, but people were in the park, right?
Yeah,
so a lot of people would go to the park was a huge,
Blessing, bro.
huge blessing because I'd like just being here. People would go out, be in the park, work out, do whatever they kind of do. And then they hit the strip. They grab a drink, grab some food, and then they're like, "Oh shit, this shit is actually good." Like
what we'll do is like we had the music playing outside. Like we had all the homies outside just chilling. It was like a block party at one point.
It's fine.
It was different,
work out, chill,
Yeah.
talk to some shorty. Yo, man,
Yeah.
what's that?
He's all there, yo, it's my spot right here, blood.
I can see him doing that too.
Bro, it's like I know off rip too if that happens.
On the spot, right?
Yeah. Bro, I know off
so
rip.
what?
Like, so he'll walk in with a show, I'm off rip. I'm like, I bet. He's about to look like the fucking superstar right now.
Listen.
I go up to him like, what's up, boss? Like, everything good? You guys need anything? Like, yeah. Yo, I took out the garbage.
the park, walk behind the bar and shit.
Yo, allow him to do anything he wants. I'm like, yo, fucking do it.
You know what?
I'm like, yo, I thought I took out the garbage already. He made it do anything else before I go. So now you got
What's funny is that he doesn't tell nobody else this.
You're a good wingman for that.
Yeah, well, what's funny, he doesn't tell nobody else this. So we both playing along, and I'll go like behind the bars and shit, and the bartender's just looking at me like,
yeah, what the fuck is
"What's going on?" And like I'll be talking to me like, "Yo, give me this and this and that," and they'll be like, "This nigga pay for this?"
Yo,
What's going on?
I was like, yo, do it. Hurry up. You got one try, though. You can't do this shit over and over.
Word. And it had to be worth it too. You can't just be.
Nah, yeah.
I don't do it too often, but it's
Nah, it's like if I know like it's worth it, I'm like, yo, you got to do it. You got to.
That's mad for it.
So I guess just to to keep talking about the last stop and what it offers to the Bronx. Do you think right now where you at, it's a staple? Do you think people like?
I don't think.
Do you think people would be like, yo, where we at tonight? Oh, it's at the last. We gotta go to the last stop.
I think we're not there yet. No, we're there with like food, like we want to come eat, good. But it's like now we need to focus on shift focus.
Yeah.
And like really make this the spot that you want to come to, But like really then blows is like everybody want hookah. Like,
Everybody
I ain't
want
touching the
hookah.
hookah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't do shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't have hookah.
Yeah, bro, I can't.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. Bro.
I'm glad too.
I say
yeah.
the same thing. It ruins
Yeah.
the vibe. Like, nobody wants to dance.
And
with this
no,
hookah,
you
like,
put the hookah right here, bro. It's like people just surrounding like the
Yeah.
hookah.
Exactly.
What?
And it's like women too. Like,
Listen.
I'm trying to holler at you. Like, I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to dance. It's like, what's up?
Yeah, listen, ain't nothing wrong with a
But I
dancing and
noticed that.
hookah.
I
Ain't
know that,
nothing
bro.
wrong with
I
a
used to
dancing
go out with
and
my sisters before hookah was a thing,
Yeah.
And like my cousins, like they're all like in the,
Yeah.
in their mid-30s now, like, but we used to go clubbing. I'm like, and bro, beard fucking face. I was just like young ass motherfucker, but I was always in there, like, yo, everything. I was like, we just chilling, and there was no hookah. It was like I'm getting numbers,
Yeah,
and
it's Bobby,
Yeah. Everybody's in social.
And these shits didn't exist. There was no Snapchat, no Instagram, none of this shit, right? Everybody was like BlackBerry era. Yo, but it's like that shift now is like I look at it, I'm like, yo, you go to a club, there's bottle service going on, there's fucking hookah right in the middle, everybody distracted, everybody's more like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It takes
bro.
away from the vibe.
OD, bro. I'm like, I can't do that.
Right.
Can't.
And you want to know what's funny about the hookah thing is, so like you're definitely 100% correct. 100% correct. It's a social like retractor. Like it just doesn't make people want to talk to each other. It doesn't make people want to dance. Really enjoy life instead of just smoking tobacco. But I ain't gonna hold you. That shit be busting. That shit be busting. It gets you more lit. It be busting. I'm not a hookah aficionado. But I'll tell you right now, wherever I go, like I don't try to do hookah in New York because it's like, it's nothing. This is nothing to me. Like this is my home. Like I'm really chilling here, But whenever I'm somewhere else, whether it be another state, another country, I'll always get a hookah because it's a great way. Like I ain't gonna hold you. It really be crazy how it works. I'll be the whole time chilling with my boys,
But once we get a hookah,
There's one coming over
one
here.
woman in,
Yo,
you
that's
got a
what you
group.
from, huh?
You got a group of shorties pulling up. You got a group of shorties pulling up. Next thing you know, you got 5 shorties and you lit. Like it's a dope atmosphere.
It is. But you know what's crazy?
It does that.
Look, outside of New York City, hookah really isn't a thing. Unless you go to like Puerto Rico or like
or DR,
like
or the Middle East where it
yeah,
originated from.
like yo, it's not a thing. Like I bro, I go to like if I'm ever gonna party, I don't even party in New York anymore.
Yeah,
I go to Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is lit. Yo, there's not a single hookah fucking thing in sight, especially when you out.
Yeah, my boy say, yo, I'm going to Texas.
Bro, if it's like yo, now it's like it's a 200 round trip. I'm like yo, go to the fucking city, spend like 4 or 5 bands for like what?
For what?
For what?
See,
I'm like,
tonight. I'm in Houston, bro.
Yeah, bro. I leave. I'm like, yo, I'm not out.
Right now.
It's like the thing was like, I hate partying now because especially like when you're dealing with everybody over here.
Yeah.
I hate it. I was like, yo, I don't want to party like, cause I'm always like technically partying, but I'm not. So it's like when if I never want to go out over here, I just want to do it more and like, out of here. Like, yo, I don't want to even be. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe though, you know. Like outside of New York, it's different.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, like hookah. I definitely appreciate the fact that you don't sell hookah here. I think more spots are benefiting from it than not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a come up. It's definitely a come up because you paying it. You get hookah. You're really paying like $15 for like overall that pack of hookah.
What?
No, I'm saying the spot is, and then you selling it and you selling it for 45.
Yo,
Refills 20, 30.
That's what I'm saying.
shit's-
You're coming up
You know
30,
how much
40.
you know how much a hookah costs to make? $1. They're probably $2 now because of inflation. $2.50, I'll give it that. But they're selling this shit for 45, 50 beans.
That's
bro.
crazy.
I'm like, y'all bugging.
You know what's crazy? Because from a business perspective, it makes sense.
It makes
right?
sense.
to serve hookah.
I'm an idiot for not doing it.
yeah.
You know,
but
like,
you would never.
I would never.
Yeah.
Cause that hookah will give me fucking extra 2-3 bands a night.
It's crazy.
Like if you think about it,
Yeah.
but then but now you like really think about it. And I was like longevity. Now you got the place gets a little ratchet.
Yeah.
And now there's a fight. Now
Every
there's
now
cops
and then.
outside. Now the cops are like, yo, damn, we got to worry about the last stop.
Yeah.
Now the cops is gonna just be outside waiting for you to fuck up.
Yeah.
Boom. Now you got cops in here. Oh, underage, 10 bands, ticket. Boom. All right, cool. Next week, now you got health department, fire department, fucking department buildings, NYPD, state liquor authority, all walking to your door. Take your license. It's done.
Off the hookah.
So I guess
It's like hookah is just like that catalyst, you know, like that shit that starts it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a domino effect afterwards. I do hookah myself, bro. I smoke. My best friends are all hookah lounges in Queens. I go over there if I want to. I'll smoke.
shout them out though. What's the hookah lounge?
I'm
at?
not hookah lounge, bro. It's on New Hyde Park, Queens.
You feel me?
Over there.
So look, you love hookah and
Ask
you
for
in
$100,
Queens.
say my name at the door, probably get it for free.
You feel me? There you
Gotta
go.
be sick.
So I guess, so what is it that you think can make you that staple
I mean, look, as far as like
in the Bronx? Like I'm talking about.
as far as like community spot, I think we're a staple.
Okay.
It's like, you going around the block right now, we out to the last
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, I agree with that.
You know, like, yo, let's like, yo, we out to the last stop. And I have customers telling like, yo, we don't even go to the city anymore because we got you guys.
That's dope.
That's why.
You know, it was like, yo, we don't need to get drunk in the city. We get drunk over here, walk down the block.
I'll go to the crib.
That's
All
dope.
right, that's
Never had that.
never had that. Especially over here, we had nothing.
Yeah.
But now it's like we became a staple in that sense. But as far as the Bronx, like, yeah, we're gonna keep Bronx to the side. I want people from Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan to have a reason to come to the Bronx.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, because yo, nobody crosses that bridge.
Yeah.
We go to Queens more than Queens ever
Yeah,
came
we
over
go to
here.
Queens and Brooklyn.
I
Way
go to
more than
fucking-
they come over here.
I'm in
100%.
Queens, Brooklyn at least 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Easy, you know? But it's like they will never Bronx. You bugging.
But you know,
It's
this
like
is-
that.
'cause we didn't have that. We
Because
don't
we didn't have
have
that.
the locations to go to. Like we don't have the
Yeah.
spots. And
Now,
this is
and Brooklyn got like, yo, you wanna let's go party. We got to Frio.
right.
Yo, let's go over here.
Everywhere.
Yo, there's a spot right next to it. You got 5-6 spots. I want people to open more bars over here. I'm like, yo, let's get this shit popping.
Or just venues in general.
Venues in general, bro. There's nothing. Like, yo, look, even in Brooklyn, you're not gonna get hookah. I'll go back to that. Brooklyn, you're not going to a spot.
Yeah,
you're
you're
not.
not. Yeah,
That's a
true.
Bronx,
Free
Dykeman,
rolling on-
Uptown
yeah,
thing.
yeah, you're not
That's
gonna
true.
get that, yeah.
That's a Bronx, Uptown,
And I never
Dykeman.
had a bad night in Brooklyn.
Never had a bad night.
Never had a
It was
bad night.
great night in Brooklyn.
It's just
It's
expensive.
always
It's
had a great night.
expensive. It's just expensive to go in and out of Brooklyn.
But it's like, yo, I'd rather spend that money and then spend money and not have fun.
Yeah,
You know, it's like, yo, I'd rather spend that bread, go over there, party, and whatever happens afterwards happens. You know, like, but we signed up for this shit. We out.
Yeah.
And I was like, why stop it? Dead ass. I be telling him, like, yo, you trying to go out? He knows like not to come out with me anymore.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, what type of night? I'm like, yo, we're just gonna go grab a drink. You know, you're gonna go at like 5 o'clock. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like, things lead to. I'm like, nah, we gotta go with it. We gotta do it. It's like, if we have the access to it, why not?
It'd be so funny too, cause it's like, you know, you start off at such a low key spot, and you expecting like, you know, you going to just like a cool, calm breeze bar, and then next thing you know, you end up in
your life.
Next thing you find you're in the
Like,
club.
wow.
next thing you know, we in the club. We got a section. There's bottles. There's shorties. We lit. The music. There's lights. All that. Boom, boom, boom. And we like, oh, we out. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go home now, right? Nope. We go to another spot. It's a ballroom. Next thing you know, you got people in suits and shit.
In the back
What the
seat.
fuck is going on? You got strippers. What? Where we at? Like, it's 4
Yo.
o'clock in the morning now.
I'm trying to go home, right?
He was like, yo, I got a flight at 6. I'm like, perfect. Come out with me. I'll drop you off right afterwards. He was like, yo, you take me? I'm like, yeah, you just gotta fuck with me for the night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, he's looking at his phone. He's like, yo, Pudge, it's 3:30. He's like, we gotta go. I'm like, yo, what time's the flight? 6 o'clock. Get there by 5:30, be good. Yo,
It's at 5:30, half an hour before the flight.
it's 4 o'clock. 4. I'm like, yo, what's going on? We out. I'm like, nah. And then finally, but you make it to your flights. You
I made it. I always make it. Other than one time, but I always make it.
You always make it. And that's a better.
It's a good time, man. It's a good time. It's definitely always a good time, man.
So it's
Brooklyn is cool, and I think you're well on your way to this being like
It'll get there.
the thing,
It's
like-
gonna take some time, but it'll get there.
I told you all the
Yeah.
time. I see the potential.
Yeah.
Every time I come to the last stop, it's like
It get there.
it
You
could
know,
be
it's like
that staple. It could be
it's
that
like dice
go-to.
moves now, like chess moves.
Right,
I
right.
make it, but it's like I know if it's like another vibe on this block comes up, and like somebody's like, "Yo, I want to open up a borough here," I'll be like, "Yo, come,
please.
please."
Right, right.
You know why? Because you go to spots, there's always like 4 or 5 spots next to it, so there's foot traffic.
Mhm.
It's like if they don't like it over here, they
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now you discover it,
Yeah.
so it's different.
On the
Yeah.
flip side, though, this is the only vibe.
This the
right?
only
So it
spot,
could
right?
be, you know, a gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse, but sometimes there's like 11:30 and there's like nobody outside. You go outside, it's
Yeah.
ghost town.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I wish there was more foot traffic over here. People are like,
Nah, that's a fact. That's why, like, if you look at college towns, or if you look like main street strips, it's be all the bars on one strip, or like all the food places on one strip, because why they all benefit from that. One person might not fuck with the vibe here. They go to the other vibe. That's money. You're making money now. One person might be coming to that spot for that reason.
yeah,
They're like, oh, I should try it. Let's walk. Oh, this shit here nice. I'm gonna stop right here.
stop. I'm like, oh, yo, I discovered my new spot. Like, I'm gonna come over here. Like, this is it. You know?
And they would have never came here if it wasn't for
Exactly.
that other spot. So,
it's like you said, like it's like a hit or a miss, gift and curse. Like, it's cool, but then it's like not. And I was like, yo, but I hope like opportunities come over here, people come through, and just just believe in it. That's it. But New York is tough now,
Yeah.
especially after the pandemic. It's like I advise people. I'm like, yo, don't do anything in New York. Get the fuck out of New York, cause yo, it's tough. Man.
Man, nah,
yeah.
It's like
Competitive
what
too.
cost in 2020, what cost $2 and now $30,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that. Like you want to build this new spot up? All right, we're gonna spend 50 in 2020. We're spending 150 now, easy.
Yeah.
So we definitely agree with the fact that this is going to grow, and hopefully more people come. I think what I want to dive into, I think what we both really want to dive into is who is PDNY. Who
that's a different-
you are the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You hear every night, but we spoke very lightly.
I feel like
On this
PDNY
pipe
is
dream.
more like a music person. Now PDNY.
So PDNY has nothing to do with the last stop.
With the entrepreneur.
No, two different people.
It's two different people. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like it's a switch. that comes
Okay.
up,
Okay.
you know, like that's something I do for like me personally. You know?
That's something. Okay. So it's none. So when people come in here, you're PD.
PD.
Straight up.
I had these 2 girls that travel from Brooklyn, brown girls, and they came over here and they saw me, and it's not like, what the fuck? Trying to figure it out. I'm not used to that shit, you know? Like, and it's like, oh, I swear to God.
Groupies
Bro.
already.
Oh, bro, I know that. And they keep looking at me. I know the brown girls too. I'm like, I'm just say it was like, and I was waiting tables that day, and I was like, I put the water down, started talking, they keep looking at me like, yo, you PDNY, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, how do you know me? They're like, oh, yo, we love your music. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, where you guys come from? Because there's no brown people around here.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, we came from Brooklyn. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's what's up.
it's weird, you know, like that, right? Like, I'm so accessible. Like, people actually show up. I'm like, this is weird.
I think that's dope though, and
It's
I think
dope, but not weird in like a bad sense.
Yeah.
Weird, it's just like more like, yo, what the fuck?
And I think to go off the staple aspect is that that can be the thing that makes this a staple
Yeah.
in New York City. Because if you look at spots everywhere, everyone's it's attached, or like the big spots are attached to figures, right?
Yeah.
Like the 40/40 Club, Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like there's spots out there where people be like, oh, is that Fat Joe spot? Oh, that is lit. You know what I mean? Like that can be the thing. So I as a friend, as a host on this show, I think it can be separate, but it can be together
I
at
mean,
the same time.
The thing is, like,
Because it can make it that.
it can never physically be separate, you know, because physically I'm always here. I'm just saying more like PDNY just turns on, and like in environments, like I'm always me, Pudge, PD, you know, I'm like, PDNY is more like that stage person that gets on stage and does that. That's who I become.
Oh, okay.
It's like an alter ego that turns on, but that's only on stage, it's not, or in the studio doing something. Nothing crazy though. You know? That's why when people say PDNY, I'm like, nah, PD. Say hell, not doing that.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
I respect that. I think that's a
But also, that shit came out of nowhere.
what
I never made music, bro. Like,
that's what I really want to talk about. I really feel like the listeners really want to hear how this started, like what's the backstory, like
I've never even thought about making music
That's crazy. When you
Never.
start making music.
in 2020.
What? Just 2 years ago you started?
2 years.
Like,
Wow.
First time ever.
First
recording?
time
For
ever.
real? Damn, that's impressive.
Ever. Bro, it was,
That's dope.
but it was also like, when you talk about drugs and shit,
of course, bro. I told kids to sell drugs on this podcast before, and it's perfectly fine to sell drugs.
dude, so I did LSD on my 25th birthday in Texas. Changed my life for like ever. You know? And it put confidence in me that I never knew existed. And the thing is, my birthday's in March. So my birthday was March 9th. We spent in Texas the weekend. Come back. The next 2 days, everything shuts down. COVID. So while I'm out there, like none of this shit, I'm like, I don't even know what's coming next. Music never existed in me. I never even thought about creating music, let alone like, releasing music.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's just the LSD did something for me with like internal confidence where I'm like, yo, fuck what people say. Before that, prior to that, I'm like, nah, I'm like, yo, I don't want this person there. I'm like, they seen the shift too, and they're like, yo, the fuck, like, I'm like, nah, bro, fuck that, we're not doing that. But then I came back, and then pandemic happened, laptop shut down, I'm asked out, got nothing to do. And then Heather, my boy, when we make most of our music together, he was like, yo, we out to the studio. I'm like, I bet. And I was ignorant before that, illiterate to the fact too, because I'm like, I don't know how music is made. I thought a studio session was like 30 minutes, you already know what you're doing, you get in there, bam, bam, out. Being in a studio session is the most boring thing ever. Like, yo, bro, you just sit there.
Right.
And they're like repeating like 4 to 8 verses, like over and over. I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. But I was so like instantaneous, I was like, yo, this is fucking dope. I could do it though. And I went home and I went to YouTube. And like Burna Boy at that point was like, I loved Burna. I listened to, I listened to like, I think Yeah was the first song that really like got me into it. And I'm just there like, I'm like, yo, Burna Boy type beat. And that's when Hedia came. So I recorded the song on my phone and I told my boy Ed, I'm like, yo, let me get an hour of your session. Towards the end of it, I got an idea. It was like, fuck, like you making music? I'm like, nah, I just want to try something. And then boom, he gave me the hour and then we did Hedia. Then I was like, John there, and he's like, yo, this shit sound crazy. And I listened to him like, yo, this shit sound crazy. And then Will, the engineer, he was like, yo, this shit sound crazy. So I had to lay this verse after that, like he freestyle a verse. Like he was trying to give me a reference to do my, but it just sounded so good. I'm like, nah, bro, you can't get off this track. Like,
Yeah.
we need you here. And then we didn't think about it. We was like, yo, let's just release it.
Right.
No video, no nothing, no content, none of this shit. Release that bitch. And it went crazy, bro. I'm saying it's 2020. It was like everybody's home, not doing anything. It went nuts.
Yeah.
Pakistan, India, London, over here. I'm like, we're on BBC Radio. I'm like, what?
Word. Jeez.
And that was like, yo, we got something over here.
Yeah.
You know, we can do this. So,
Yeah.
and then I was like, that one release gave me the confidence to continue it. But it was such a big song. I was like, what do you do next? Because if this was like already to that level, I'm like, I didn't know what to do next. So it was like a real like playing field of it. But that's how it like all started. 2 years ago. 3 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely crazy how you can just jump in the stew and be like, John,
I'm about to try to
Yo, do it. Yo.
Drop a mixtape right after that.
But it's like, yo, the thing is like, even prior to that, like, yo, we'll shut down. Like, I have a mic over here. I'll turn the beat on. Like, we'll just freestyle all night. Just for the fuck of it. Not even like doing anything like to like even try to create anything. I'll give him the mic. We'll just go crazy. He'll give me the mic. I'll start like mumbling shit. I'm like, this shit sound alright. You know, like, but we never thought about it. And like, LSD was like, all right, fuck it. Everybody get you the dick. I'm releasing this shit. You feel some type of way. Go ahead.
Right.
And then we did it. And then it was just like different after that. It was just like, oh shit.
That's fire.
I actually think I found something that I really want to pursue.
Right.
You know?
So
that's like,
you was never like singing before, like nothing.
never in my life.
Never.
I didn't shout and they're like talking about. I don't think I'm a singer. No, I think like how Future is in the rapper really like he just sounds good.
yeah,
You know, like there's some people that just sound melodically good, where you could just listen to them. Like I don't, as a singing talent, hell no, I don't got it. I can't go over there and give you an acapella singing thing. I'm like, yo, this mid, you know. But I could create melodies and like create like not even rhymes. It's like just things in my head with the beat. It's like that's what I'm gifted at. Like I can make a melody out of anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that until I did it. And he just put lyrics in it. I'm like, oh, it actually sounds good. And that's all it is. I was like, yo, we cracked the code. That's all it was. But now it's just like, it opened up so many other doors. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
as long as you're having fun with it, man, that's all that really matters, you know? Because then it doesn't feel like work, and it's just your passion.
When things started becoming a little more like serious with the music, like opportunities coming, like, yo, I told myself I will never get emotionally attached to this. Because once you get emotionally attached to it, you're starting to expect things out of it. And I was like, yo, I can't expect anything out of this. This is genuinely just for me. And I'm like, yo, I'll drop a song. I don't care if 100 people listen. At least 100 people listen. This is not trying to go anywhere. This is like my own therapy now. I go into the studio, forget about the bar, forget about me, forget about life, and in the next 4 to 8 hours, that's the only thing I'm doing. So for me, I was like, yo, once you get emotionally attached to it, you start expecting things out of it.
Yeah.
Once you expect things out of it,
At least a disappointment.
I'm like, I'm not expecting nothing out of this shit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we try. And the only thing was that we tried hard enough.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I like that.
That's tough. But like when you was creating the music, like what made you decide, all right, I'm gonna make Punjabi music? Like,
I was like, yo, we gotta stick to it, you know?
yeah.
There was a lot of Punjabi music coming out, but it wasn't hitting for me. And like, yo, but like, you know, there's a lot of like, there was not like enough urban Punjabi representation that was going on. I'm like, it's like for people for me, like, you know, like people like me, a Punjabi kid like me. I like all types of music. I love listening to Spanish music. I love listening like Afrobeat. I love listening to Punjabi music too. I'm like, yo, there's no cross to it, you know? Like there's nobody doing a little bit of everything, both. So I'm like, yo, if I want to do it, I want to keep it Punjabi. I want to keep it me, but also get other people like me to believe in this. So it's like people that like always wanted to make a track like this, but never did it. Now they have like the confidence to do so, cause yo, somebody else is doing it now. So I'm like, I can't just make it like a rap, English rap. It's like, that's not me. I cannot rap shit.
Yeah, you're
No, so I'm, like, I'm sticking to what I know. Not even what I know, but it's like what I believe in. So I'm like, yo, we could do this Punjabi joint, but also add our English American flavor to it, plus a Latin flavor that we have, like we grew up in, and like it can become something.
Definitely.
And then it was a risk. That song was a risk.
Yeah.
Like, okay, either hit it, get out. Like, yo, put it up.
Again, you know, going back to what we said in the beginning of the episode, it's like
Risk, bro.
giving you your flowers, man. You know, you just said fuck it. You know, like at the end of the day, you gotta be willing to put yourself out there, take a risk on yourself, and see where it goes. You know, so
Always
definitely.
put all your money against you. I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah, if you bet on yourself, you should always double down.
Yeah.
Because hey, listen, if you lost, you know that you put it on you. You didn't put it on nobody else. You ain't.
Yeah. I was like, I can't blame anybody at the end of the night, right?
Yeah.
It was me. I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I can't blame everybody behind me. It was me. I did it. So I gotta live with that. Nobody else. You know?
I feel that 100%. So I guess I kind of want to ask, like, you know, even being your friend, there's like, dude, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, what's the thing that you say that is for fun, but what's the thing that keeps you going? What's the thing that drives you to
like
jump in the stoop?
That was more like, yo, I'm a very competitive person in nature. Like, because we grew up playing balls. Like, like, now it's like, yo, I want to be with the best people in the league right now, you know? It was like when I listen to one of the inspirations like AP Dillon. He's a Punjabi artist, killing the fucking game right now. But his music is fucking, and like insane. Like,
It's pretty fire, right?
It's like, it's nuts. So I'm like, yo, this is exactly what I wanted to do. And this type of era and this type of fucking like sound that you're going for, this is fire. But I'm coming for your ass, you know, one way or another. But it's like, no, I might not reach that status where he's at. But yo, he started making music in 2019.
What really?
Bro, this kid sold out Rogers Arena in Vancouver, 19,000 people, 3 weeks ago.
God damn.
For only 3 years into the league,
That's crazy.
to do things like that, it's nuts. I went to the show in Manhattan Center. It was like 2,500 capacity, sold out 2 back-to-back nights, selling $200 tickets. I'm like, yo, bro, this is nuts. I'm like, I know I could do it. And I was like, but also being like real realistic with myself. I'm like, yo, we're not too far from that. We just got to be like consistent with it, and like have people relate to it.
Yeah.
So it's like AP is definitely like one of the big inspirations. Like Sidhu Musawa, like no rest in peace to him, but it's like what he's done in his like short career changed the whole game.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yeah.
Like A to Z. Like there's nobody that could touch what he's done.
Yeah.
And he was in the league for 4 years.
4 years, really?
4 or 5 years. He started 2018, his first, I think 2019, first home game.
Yeah, that's crazy because like when you put, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even know what they be saying. You know, I don't know what the fuck they be saying. They could be saying some crazy shit. I'm still singing along to it. He put me on initially to Dark Love.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to this shit. I'm just like, yo, this shit sound fire. Like, you know, you listen to your Spanish music, you listen to your hip hop or whatever, your English, you know what's going on. So you can kind of gauge, even if they mumbling, you can kind of gauge what the song was about. I have no idea.
It's all based off feeling at that point because you just feeling the song now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how do you feel when you listen to the song now?
Yo,
It's not even about the lyrics anymore.
out of all the folks, because, you know, I'm very like I don't know what's the right word. I like to, I'm not picky. I like to figure shit out. I like to explore.
Hey.
So, pause. So I do my little searching around for like, you know, Punjabi music or whatever. He put me on to Sidhu. So I'm like, let me check out this artist or whatever. I didn't know what the fuck he's saying. Not a single word he's saying. But his shit slaps. It's like, how da da da. I'm gonna
tell you something about Sidhu.
And I'm like, yo, this nigga is going crazy on this beat right now. But it's fire though. Yeah. And for him to only have 4 years,
took over
4 years is crazy.
4
years is crazy.
Now you got tracks with Drake coming out. You got tracks with like people that we only imagine about. But it's also crazy because like prior to like what Sidhu, after he died, he got all this love. Like there was a lot of fans before that. But like I'll talk to my parents before he passed, yo, what do you think about Sidhu Moosewala over here? Now he's always talking about gangster shit. He's always talking about guns, X, Y, and Z. But the day homie passed, bro, he gained like another 5 million. I'm like, which is weird. I don't like that.
Nah, that's normal. That's why we give our flowers in
get
the
it,
show.
bro,
That's
but
why
it's-
we do that.
It's also like, yo, come on, like this person was here alive, and you guys are hating on this motherfucker
Yeah.
so long, like hating on him. Like, yo, he's doing it. I'm like, yo, as soon as he passes away, now his music means something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it. This person's no longer here.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why we got to give our flowers
always, bro.
when we're alive, bro.
When I see that, I'm like, yo, that's just, you know, like keep that same. But now it's like passed away, so now everybody's like, yeah, he changed the game. He did, which he did,
Mm-hmm.
which he did. But it's like, yo, bro, like I remember you talking shit about this man consistently, not even just once, but like every time he dropped, every time he did anything. But now he's gone, which is like you start listening more after somebody passes away. You start listening to music more, like, oh, yo, it was actually like changing this shit. Like actually, like what he was saying it was a political shit. Like what's going on in India, what's going on in Punjab, like really fighting like those things that are going on. So it's the music industry is a very weird fucking place.
Yeah.
Very weird place.
Yeah.
I'm like not used to it.
That's as you get into it more, you'll know how to wiggle your way
Yeah.
across, in a room, and because it's a vulture like atmosphere, there's gonna be people that's always gonna,
Yeah, very cutthroat.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, yo, what could I get from you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but
Exactly.
I'll disguise myself as your best friend.
Yeah, like,
You know,
Man.
like
listen, bro, like, you gotta just know how to maneuver a room. Pretty much, Jay-Z, like, he says it best. He don't have to say a word when he walk in a room. He know who is what and who's trying to do this and that, and he know how to,
maneuver, yeah.
so
Right.
it happens, But as long as your inspiration is coming from, folks like
yeah,
Sidhu, AP Dilla, I feel like you setting a good foundation.
Also-
Keep going though.
There's also other like Heather like you in the studio is different. That kid, like, yo, he'll come out of nowhere with like Justin Bieber vocals. I'm like, yo, my man, you can sing.
Yeah.
I told him, like, yo, we was in the studio for like 5-6 hours. I'm like, he goes in there, he was like, dusting the shit. I'm like, yo, you nice. Like, and shit like that. I'm like, it inspires me now. I'm like, yo, bro, like, this is different. Like, you're not doing something that everybody's doing.
Right.
And I feel like that's what we're doing with music right now. Nobody's doing what we're doing right now
Yeah,
in terms of that. Especially Punjabi music.
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
it's like, now we got like, you see that show at SOBs,
Yeah, beautiful show.
where it's like, yo, we got,
A lot of support.
but it's like different people of all cultures, casts, like wherever you're coming from. You get black, Spanish people, Indian, Pakis, Bengalis, all in one space
Mhm.
to come see and listen to us.
We know, yeah.
That's fine.
We know y'all niggas be beefing. Now I'm just.
There's always a beef going on. So. But that's a beautiful part of it because like India, Pakistan always beef. I'm Indian, had this Pakistan. He's from Pakistan, and like we're the best of friends.
Yeah,
and we're
it
doing great music together. So I was like, yo, and some sorts like that's a whole different.
Yeah, some people will dismiss that idea. So I guess you speak on a good point, right? Like this music has come so far. Like how much has it evolved, and where is it heading? Because you're in the
My
industry.
personal music, or like,
No, just Punjabi music in general.
oh, it's going crazy right now. I'll tell you this, like like it's gonna be everywhere soon. But it's because of people like, it's because of people like AP Sidhu like putting us on the map. It's because of people like that.
Right.
And it's gonna be everywhere. Bad Bunny came out of fucking woodworks.
It's crazy how he blew up, man, that fast.
Bro, it's like his trajectory is like from here, boom. And it's like keep going up, keep going up, keep going up.
Yeah.
But it's like it's that easy though. But not that easy at the same time.
Right.
Because Bad Bunny hit like he knew what he was doing. And it's like I feel like that's why you always need a good team around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say though. Like, you think it'll hit a mainstream level? You were talking about that earlier, like with Spanish music. Bad Bunny is one of the highest streaming artists.
Yeah.
Not every
That-
country speaks Spanish. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of the world don't
Yeah.
speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's still the highest streaming artist. You
I
see that with
I
Punjabi?
think it will crack.
Yeah.
I think it will crack.
Same
I
thing with
think
Afrobeat too. Like,
Afrobeat crack.
yeah,
Like,
crazy. Yeah.
you know, but like we got Punjabi Afrobeat music.
That'd go crazy. That'd go
Done it,
crazy.
You know, like we did an Afrobeat with Punjabi lyrics on top of it. So it's like and it hit, you know?
That'll go crazy.
So it's like, it's there, it's reaching this peak, and it's gonna climax, and it's gonna go crazy. It's like people actually like bump into it. I play that shit all day.
And people,
Nothing but Punjabi. They're like, yo, the Bobby, like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's Punjabi music.
And people of that culture are super supportive, bro. Like they like the fan base when it comes
Yeah, I
to, like,
mean, it's fan base here, but I feel like and within the artists, it's not.
nah, okay.
Yeah, because it's like it's more like I said, it's competitive. But it's like I've read it, like they won't help you with shit. They'll like not give you any type of advice.
Yeah.
That's why me is like if I seen young artists coming up right now, I'm telling you exactly what you need to do, how to do it, whatever you want to do. Because I'm like, yo, there's some competition between it. You're the better artist. I want you to succeed. I want you to go crazy. But how can we help each other at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I have a studio that I know your music doesn't sound fucking nuts in, I'm gonna introduce you to my engineer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you to the studio. I'll be in your session. I'll help you as much as I can, and do all that. But like with like, it gets a little rough because people are like, yo, I don't want you to go blow up while I'm still over here. So I'm gonna hold all that information with me, figure it out. Which I'm still trying to figure out.
Right.
Huh?
I mean, I think like, you know, when it comes to a certain brand and, you know, to speak on Bad Bunny, what I think really, really, really helped him get to the level where he's at right now was also the fact that there were other artists like him that were blowing up around the same time. The Anuez, the J Balvin,
Yeah.
and then also having Cardi B as a
Like the ally in the community, like the Spanish.
Yeah.
exactly. So like when you have that, and I'm pretty sure the Punjabi scene can get that to that point. Like, you know, you just did a song with Wave Diesel, right? Rapper out of the Bronx, and you were speaking your language on the track,
Yeah.
and it sounded super smooth.
Is it? Is
You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like to me personally, Bad Bunny blew up after he did that track with Cardi B. Nah, I like it like that. Like it's that album, whatever, did stupid numbers. And I'm not saying Bad Bunny wasn't here, but he was probably here.
Oh, and there's others around you doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
you know, y'all all get on, boom.
Right.
And he did that show on the Super Bowl with her. That's another audience that everybody's looking in like, oh, who's this cat? You know what I mean?
But then you always got that person standing in the corner like, yo, how the fuck he got there?
I mean,
All of us doing the same shit.
That's a good point though, because we were talking about Jay Sean off camera, and he cracked the mainstream, but there was
Cracked it.
nobody else like him. You know what I mean? At all. Like, and
was
then
nobody
he just dwindled. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just
you
kinda-
need
It's like, it was-
need that. You need
that.
that.
So like, yo,
Right,
I
right.
need him. But his career was like very, and Jay Sean changed the game for us. Like, it was Jay Sean, Raghav, all these people that did the same thing. You
It
know?
was dope. Jay Sean, I remember
Jay
Brown
Sean-
Girl in high school put me
Yeah.
on.
Jay
for
Sean was
Friday.
not- bro,
That's always
Right.
hard. Yeah.
No,
And it had like a Punjabi type of beat too.
Yes, Punjabi. He's
Yeah.
a little bit Punjabi in it, but he did. I was like, but that's the thing. I was like, I wish he did more Punjabi music.
Right. And he started going. I mean,
But once you go mainstream, like, you know, our attention, like, even back then it was probably not crazy, but now it's like, the more mainstream I go, the less like people back home are gonna stop listening to me because they don't understand. Like, some don't understand English. They want to listen to you because you're speaking in Punjabi.
Yeah, you know, I think at that time though, there was also like
It was unheard of.
exactly the executives were like, nah, fam, this, you know what I mean? We ain't doing that. Like we in America, you know, very old school.
The songs that was playing, it was Punjabi MC, like,
Yeah, exactly.
and that was the songs, you know. But
Yeah.
now it's like, but music itself has grown so much from streaming to like to production to like new people coming out. Like everybody could do it, right?
Right.
So it's like I feel like it's grown so much, and now it's like you don't need those executives. You don't need that label. You don't need it. All you need is SoundCloud, Spotify, Name, Instagram,
True.
TikTok,
Yeah.
That's true.
and you'll fucking go nuts. It's very easy now.
Do you see yourself only sticking to Punjabi music?
Nah, I want to do Spanish music too.
You want to do Spanish music? Get the fuck out of here.
I could do that. I could. Yo, you heard? I have a Spanish.
You have it in you. You have it in you.
I have a
It's
Spanish
just
song.
funny.
Like I have a lyric that's on in Spanish in the song, and everybody's like, "Yo, that's you." I'm like, "Yeah," like, yo, that shit sound crazy.
Why don't you sound better than
I
Drake?
told you I'm 25% Dominican, my bro.
Cause that mean that shit.
But it also too, like, comes from where you come from. Like, look at where, like, you grew
Water
up at. You know what I
Hazel.
mean? Like, yeah, there's not.
Like the accent is with me. If
It's
I
not-
start speaking Spanish,
right.
everything, yo,
Say something in Spanish right now.
yo,
Right,
dime
so-
a ver, mami, está ahí.
Yeah.
They look man. Man, right? So it's like, I went to Kennedy. I'm like, fucking, I went to 95 from middle school, Kennedy High School. So it's like, I grew up around this shit.
Right.
And nobody could take that from me. And that's some flavor added to it.
Okay, I feel that.
That's hard.
So I guess one thing I really want to touch on is what's next. You got a new track. Called My Way with Wade Diesel. You've worked with Hater on a number of tracks. You've released your own. What's going on? What's next for you?
Just more music and more projects and more ideas, new ideas. And like, I just want to explore with this shit now. Like, it's more like, how can we make this shit more different than what's going on?
Okay.
So I think that's the biggest thing with me now. It's like, to that competitive level, it's like, I want to change the sound to make it more like, how can we make this shit so universal at the same time, but still stick to your roots?
Yeah.
I think that's like what we're trying to crack.
Yeah.
Just figure out different ways to like create and make things happen.
That's tough. And I think that's very tough. But I think if you have those intentions, it'll definitely reach that audience.
Yeah.
I think people will listen.
It's tough, but it's like, I think at the end of the day, I'm still doing it for myself.
Yeah.
So like I said, like 50.
As you should though.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be for yourself.
50 people listen to him. All right, cool. 50 people listen to him.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of like, what all the greats kind of do if you think about it. Like Kanye, Jay-Z, Drake, all these,
relatable.
they experiment, but they also cater to like, they know how to be like, all right, well, this song is for my audience. And then these songs are for like new audience.
It's like, J. Cole. I even forgot to even mention J. Cole. J. Cole's one of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was obsessed with J. Cole, still am.
Yeah, same.
But it's like, J. Cole never gave up who he was as a person, as an individual. He needed to make a track like Workout. You never heard another track like Workout from J. Cole again. Why? Because he needed that commercial. Jay told him too, like, I need a commercial track in this shit somewhere for his first album. And he gave it to him. And Workout's a fire song. This shit's fire. But that's not J. Cole.
Yeah.
Now J. Cole, you listen to his albums, he has his fucking his fan base locked.
Yeah, he has a fan base, but he also does something.
And then he'll hit you with a song like London. Or
Yeah.
21 Savage song.
Yeah.
He'll do that. He could do it. And he'll fucking go crazy doing it too. But he knows who he is. And it's like, this is what I'm doing. And that's why like J. Cole is one of my like those people I was like, I always want to like keep you like your music always around.
He offers something different.
Yeah, it's like, and he never got lost in the sauce.
Right.
Ever. And all he
Just sticking to himself. Man.
He sticks to himself.
Yeah.
He has his core people around him. And he doesn't do anything crazy, bougie, stylish, none of that shit. But I think that's what it is though. I got my core people around me and I always want to have them around. I don't want nobody else around me anymore. Because I'm like, these are my people. You guys know me better than I know myself. I'm like, I would never change that shit with nobody.
Yeah, J. Cole is he's definitely different, and he set himself apart from other artists. That's why I think a lot of people respect it and like they go to him and be like, oh God, this guy's he's not industry.
It's part of his brand too.
Exactly. So I guess my next question for you is comparing yourself to. I'm not saying you have to. There's nothing negative. But what do you think you're doing different from your peers that separates you from them?
I feel like I'm putting myself out there more. Like I'm doing shows like I'm trying to like just put myself completely out there. It's like showing up to places where I need to be at. Or it's like consistently dropping music. And then not repeating music, like I feel like I've been doing a lot of Afrobeat music, which I was trying to like lean back from, but like I always get stuck into that.
I think if you stay in it, I think you benefit more from it.
Yeah, but it's also like now I know I can do different things too.
Right.
Because I started with Afrobeats. I didn't do anything else. Now it's like we got like a punk rock shit coming out soon. I was like Harry
Styles.
Harry Styles type shit.
Mm.
That is like, well, I know if it's like, don't go crazy.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's mostly like shows. Like when people come see us, they have a great time. And like we're always hosting things, doing this, we're like releasing, we're like doing things like this, podcasts. It was like talking about us, our brand. Because you can't go quiet as an artist.
No.
Yeah.
You always gotta be out there. It's either what people see you, and when people see you, how do they like you?
Right.
That's the thing. I was like, yo, you can make the most shittiest music in the world. You can be the most shittiest. You got the shittiest bar in the world, whatever it is. But yo, if people fuck with you as a person, and like they genuinely fucking vibe with you, they'll support everything you do. Everything. Like that's what I learned. Like, yo, if you're genuinely just a good person and like you're not doing this shit for anything else, you'll be alright. Anything.
Move with detection.
Yeah. You'll be alright.
And so on.
Yeah, in fact.
And that's what I try to focus on. Like, yo, just be a good person.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. There's a lot of distractions, you know? A lot. It's like, yo, but once you get lost in that sauce, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no coming back. So I try to like keep myself grounded for that. So I think that's the only thing different. I think there's a lot of great artists, especially in New York.
And honestly, too, I think you got the upper hand too when it comes to music. It's just from your cultural background, bro.
Yeah.
Like raised in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? You got the Spanish influences and all the other cultures that understood. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Bronx is my greatest blessing.
yeah.
Just being from here. I think this gives me the upper hand to anybody. Like, I swear to God, bro, before like Bronx, man. I was gonna wear that shit on my chest.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know.
There's no brown bones coming out.
Nah.
Oh,
At all. Yeah, yeah.
that's how we do music and we got this shit going on. I was like, yo, we making noise.
Yeah, but you from the Bronx.
We from
Actually,
Yeah.
It's a different energy.
Yeah.
Like, I know Queens dudes when I see Queens dudes.
Right.
I know Brooklyn dudes when I see Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's something different about the Bronx.
That's a
It's
fact.
always been. It's always been something different. Like the way we talk, the way we up, the way we act, the way we carry ourselves is different.
That's what we're all about, man.
And
That's a fact.
that's even with the last time, our slogan has always been like, yo, from the Bronx to the world.
Yes, sir.
You know, now it's like, well, music too is out from the Bronx to the world.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to keep this shit in the United States. Nah. London bumping, fuck it. India's bumping. Africa's bumping.
UK bumping.
Russia's bumping.
Russia's bumping.
Fucking Ukraine is bumping. Iran is bumping.
Ukraine definitely bumping.
Too early.
If I look at my stats, bro, like on Spotify, I go down and it's like 75 countries. I didn't even know these many countries existed.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, it's weird. It's
All these countries listen to like
yeah.
Punjabi. You know?
And now FIFA going, the World Cup is going on. It's like, it got the
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we live in the World Cup right now. I'm there without being there.
Listen, as a motherfucker who don't know what's going on, more people need to get down with the Punjabi music.
Oh yeah.
Because I can dance to it. Like, you know how like,
Yo, you gotta throw
I be like,
you gotta throw a clip in it. You gotta throw
They chosen Brown for
bro, I be wildin'. But it's
like
like getting light. It's like getting light, but like
it's for the shoulder movement.
yeah, no one. Hey,
Yeah,
it's forward.
it's flavor. It's more like dramatic. You know, like,
I be like, oh, these niggas is wildin'.
I'm
Right
about to pop out to a party one night.
Pop out,
bro,
bro.
I told him, I was like, yeah, again, the biggest party. It's like you witnessed Bali's wedding, and my little cousin. We had a fucking blast.
They just know how to have a good.
We had like, yo, we was just nothing but good vibes and like just party.
Now, that's what I like about like the I don't want to be politically incorrect, but like the brown community, like y'all really like stick together, like because I live in an area where there's a lot of them, man.
I would love to more
Like,
than
you see, and they always do events. They always like you see like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
having like block parties and all that. Like they really show out. You know what I mean? Like,
You live in Parkchester?
yeah,
A
exactly.
lot of
Yeah,
Bengali people out there.
yeah. So they show out, bro.
I know, yo, but Bengali people really like look out for each other.
Yeah.
It's different from like Punjabi Indian people. Like, it's always like that, you know, like
eating.
I'm watching.
And the good thing about being Dominican is, you know, you can look like them. You know what I mean? They're like, you look like that too. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what it is.
Get the fuck out of here. Nigga. I just seen a few brown niggas that look just like it. It's all the same,
It's
pop.
a different world, bro. It's
it's
so similar, but yet so different.
yeah. But like I said, they're 100% like
Yeah.
all there. That's why I
All
love
in.
about it, man. I love
Yeah.
it, you know what I
It's different, bro. It's like, yo, I'll help you out to the next level.
mean? Yeah.
But
But to bring it back, what I think, you know, what you truly, you know, you do different. That's what we were talking about, right? But I think what you truly do different is, I think, personally speaking, like you mentioned the Bronx, but it's also like, you have a way of serenading in your language, but then you also have a way of serenading in English.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate toward your music. Cause it's like, I'm spending through the night and the day, and then boom, you switching it up. You know what I mean? Like, I hear a lot of it out there. And
and that's one thing, like, I think works for me very well, because, like, I've seen other artists do it, like English to Punjabi transitions. It just sounds awkward.
Exactly.
It's like, for me, it's more like us having a conversation.
Yeah,
Punjabi, what you looking up? And I was like, you see how, like, you didn't even see that happen right now. I just watched niggas in Punjabi like that.
Seamless transition.
And also, it's like, I feel like that's really worked well.
Yeah.
And I think you should, and I think that right there is what sets you apart. And if I had to compare you to anybody out there, it's gonna be tough, because necessarily speaking, there's not no one else doing what you do to the level that you do it. I gotta check that money
Party next door.
No, it is all. I fuck with your production heavy though. Bro, like the HCY song, bro.
Yeah,
Like the production on that was amazing. And that was straight Punjabi, I think. So, yeah,
that was
yeah.
Yeah, I was on.
Production was
I was
amazing.
but it's also like, Will is my engineer. He's a white boy, but I could tell you, I feel like he's motherfucking fluent in Punjabi, because the way he be finessing shit, we're like, nah, don't say it like this, say it like this. I'm like,
He doesn't even know he's.
how the fuck do you know this shit?
Right.
Bro? And that's what blows my mind. I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
You don't even know.
That's the fucking beauty of it, bro. You been on stage on.
Yeah, you been the hype man, right? You be singing Punjabi?
Yo, you know,
You know,
I don't know what they say sometimes, but I know the words.
my cousin's wedding, I gave him the mic. I'm like, I'm not doing it. You do it.
Oh yeah, that was fucking crazy.
This motherfucker had a turban on.
Yo,
He did it himself. And then I give him the mic. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But like,
I knew the whole
he
song.
knew the whole song. He sang the whole song.
nah, this dude really different right here.
In Punjabi. I don't know what I was saying, but I knew I was spitting.
On
This dude
stage, he's
is made for the mic.
he's been with me on stage. Like, all my biggest shows, he was there right next to me.
Yeah, I
So
gotta
I'm
be there
saying,
more.
you see like the reaction the crowd gives to it when it drops.
Yeah,
It's different. Like, we'll just stop just like the beginning. Dun, and they're like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
This is the SOBs, right? Yeah, the short
SOBs is like,
SOBs is crazy. That's a legendary spot.
So SOBs is like, we sold that bitch out. That was our second show. We did Bronx Brewery.
That's a legendary spot, man. People that perform at SOBs, I feel like for the most part, making. Like, I seen Big Sean perform at SOBs, bro.
J. Cole, Kanye West, Drake.
That's crazy.
Logic was just there recently. It's a big venue.
We were in that green room, and we was in there, like, we was doing it. And, like, the whole night's going, and I'm like, this was our first, like, show that we charged at the door. They're, like, tickets. It was, like, $20 tickets. Bro, I'm like, I was scared. I'm like, damn, bro, like, this shit got low or not. So it's, like, 7 o'clock. I go upstairs. Nobody's there, like. So I go downstairs. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, you know everybody gonna come late.
Yeah, no. I'm like, I think I had to get on stage at 9. And I just hear rumbling upstairs. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? And I go and take a peek. Packed. So I didn't know it was that packed.
Right.
Because I just saw it from one point of view. And then he says my name. He's like, yo, PDNY. And the shit the crowd goes crazy. I get on stage. And like, I see all the way to the bar. I'm like, yo, there's people here. I was nervous, motherfucking. But then the first 10 seconds, I'm like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. And that's literally what we did. I remember that. You came up and, you know, I had to talk my shit. I'm great at just talking shit.
That's why it's like good to have him there, because like when I'm like, fuck. He's like, carries the show.
Right. I'm gonna talk my shit. And then
people like him around you, man.
And then you just see it. Like, I see it. Like,
I just activate.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Let me come back here a little bit. and let you shine because I see it. Now he's not like,
Yeah, I was.
now he's not like this. Now he's like,
Yeah, I was
In it.
in it. And the Masala mixtape too. That day I wasn't even drinking, at this point I was like, I'm like so about it now. Like when I get on stage, that's my drug. You know? I got on stage upstairs. Like I had my own performance upstairs on the rooftop, and there was nobody in the crowd. And like after my set, that shit was packed.
nah. Before the set, empty. Then as we start performing, he started performing.
People start coming in.
Well, I'm talking about left, right, south, north. Everyone just like, oh, what's going on here?
Sun is going down too. So like,
By the time he left, packed. I was like, cause it's you do your little build up, you do your talking.
yeah. By my third song, it was there.
Everybody was
There's people upstairs coming down, people from over there coming up, people from downstairs coming up. I'm like, yo, that's nuts. And then we did it, but it's like, yo, I love performing. Like,
Yeah.
I turn into a different person when I'm on stage. I'm like, yo, I become a slut.
Yeah.
all right. Hey,
Nah, for real. 'Cause it's like, yo, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah. And that goes back to the point we were talking about earlier, like, bro, it's like, it's really the music, like, you know what I mean? It brings people together, no matter, like, I'm pretty sure everybody in there wasn't brown, you know what I mean? It was probably people from all walks of life, like you said earlier.
energy, bro.
Right.
They seen us on stage. They seen what we was doing. He was talking this shit. I was doing my thing. And then we went downstairs had this performance. Got me back on stage so we could do our song. That was different. There was I think there was a lot of people that it was like at least 700-800 like in that front. And the whole night everybody came up to us like, yo, what you guys did tonight was different. They were like, yo, we seen artists that are bigger than us perform on that stage before us, and they had nothing going on.
Crazy.
And we got on stage and we fucking lit that shit on fire.
Bodied it.
Literally bodied it. Like people coming up to me like left and right. I'm like, yo. I'm like, nah, bro, we was just like kids. Having fun.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was. We was dancing and fucking around. Flirting. I'm like, yo, this is it.
Yeah, that was a good night. That was
a great night.
I'll never forget. I had a I'll say I had a shorty pull up to me, and she asked me, "Oh, you rap too, huh?" And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
So I also own a bar uptown, too. You want to pull up?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I rap too. You know, I'm working with these artists right now.
I gave them all the lyrics.
It's just too funny. It was a lot of people were super hyped. They were fucking. They were flying a lot. They were fun.
It was good, but it was like, and that's what it is. I'm like, now I'm like, yo, we just want to do more shows.
Right.
More shows. Like, yo, let's keep doing shows.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to make new music in order to get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, bro, because you don't have a full project out yet, so when's that coming?
I'm working on it now. I was like, I want to release two more singles before the year ends,
Okay.
and then like hop into project mode, but like maybe EP, maybe album, I don't know. But I want to work with so many different people, so it's gonna be like not just PDNY. Like obviously you have just PDNY songs on it, but I want people from New York City,
Right.
like Pakistan, India.
Yeah. Like, who's your like top of the list? Like, you know, you made it when you got a feature.
AP, bro.
AP.
I get a feature with AP. I DM that motherfucker every day. I'm no shame on him.
I feel that.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, I know, like,
AP Dilla.
Dylan here. It's Dylan, but like,
Dilla.
no, we'll dumb it down here.
Okay.
But you know, I feel like when we'll get in the studio, and it'll just be raps. Like, I know my capability to that level. I'm like, it's more beneficial for him. Not just like the liquor hitting down.
I fuck with the confidence, bro. 2 years in, bro. I like it. I love it.
It's doable.
Yo, music is confidence.
Yeah.
And if you're not confident in yourself,
Don't even do this shit.
get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You can't be insecure with this shit.
Yeah.
You can't. I met a lot of insecure people with it. I'm like, yo, bro, you're talented as fuck. It's insecure. And that's what's going to stop it.
Yeah.
And I can't keep giving you that energy to do anything. You know, because I'm running out. Man, that's what it is, bro.
You gotta
keep going with this shit. And it's like the age of internet too. Like people will attack you left and right. They don't even know you.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the fuck you're saying in this music, but they couldn't.
Yeah, even if they do know, sometimes you could be saying some whole like positive shit, and niggas will
Really
serve. Yeah, they will serve left and talk about something that has nothing to do with it.
The floor, I'm like, I bet. I'm like, cool.
I guess that's a good like segue. Like, what have you battled thus far? Then, what's the toughest part?
I found out with music, I mean, it's just more like putting my shit out there, for new people to listen to it. It's more like the business aspect of it now. Cause it's like, I can make it strong. I could spend almost 2,000 hours on that one song, but I can drop it and 500 streams. Like this doing like you make our music off streams, but it's like, how do I get to like the max amount of people that are fucking listening? And I don't want to pay for streams. So I'm like, I will never do that. It's like that shit just.
It's not authentic.
It's not authentic. It's not even authentic. It's like, yo, you're doing yourself like a disservice.
You're lying to yourself.
Lying to yourself just to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that's corny. But you do have to pay for a playlist. And also, I've been trying to playlist my stuff. Like, but I'm the only person like working towards it. Like I don't have a team. Now me and that are a team, but like we don't have a team. As in like
management, all that other stuff. Yeah.
As in like
marketing.
As in everybody needs to get paid. I believe that. I'm like, yo, but you gotta believe in me right now. It's the same thing you go back to like with the last time. Like, believe in me now, this is gonna work out.
In there.
That's the music thing. It's like, yo, believe in me now. I promise you, this is gonna work out one way or another. And we go back to AP, bro. With the shows, it's $200 for a ticket, right?
$200 for a ticket?
$200 for a ticket. Floor. But it's like
that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, but like the other shit's like like 500, 600. Like it was the orchestra venue.
That. And they got the GA, the cheaper.
So general admission was 200. That's on the floor.
All right, no seat.
Yeah,
no seat.
Yeah, you're standing. Yeah.
That'd be.
And all 2,500 people capacity. This time is just $200 with 2,500. It's $500,000, $500,000. $500,000.
People getting paid off of that though.
Of course, you're getting paid.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But still,
bare minimum. That's
it's still $500,000.
And this is just one show in New York that you're doing. You're doing 2 shows in New York, both sold out. You collective in New York. You got a show in Chicago. You got a show at Rogers Arena. You got a show at fucking LA. Come on, bro. It's just like team, bro. Let's build a team. Let's fucking go crazy with it.
And that's a fact.
That's what it is. Everybody's gonna get paid.
Yeah, and everybody has to be willing to understand.
It's a sacrifice. You can't expect people to make that sacrifice.
You gotta understand the vision.
People understand their roles too.
Like Rich, if I had to compare it to any sort of duo or pairing, it'd be like LeBron James and Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Like it's easier because LeBron James is the number one recruit coming out, but the fact that where it ties Rich Paul into it, it's like LeBron. Like let me be honest with you. Look, you have superstar potential, right? That doesn't necessarily mean
you're gonna get to it.
That too, but also doesn't necessarily mean that somebody you meet
is gonna see it
or also has that same potential. You know what I mean? Like you can be like, oh shit, I'm gonna be the next big thing, but are you gonna be the next big publicist? Are you gonna be the next big marketing? You know what I mean? Rich Paul was that. He
was selling jerseys, bro.
He was selling jerseys. That's what I'm saying. How did LeBron James see a man who was selling jerseys to be one of the biggest sports agents in the world? To start a sports agency with that man at that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If I come,
you got to see that. It got to be the whole thing.
If I come back to you with that saying that, right? If I tell you right now, you see it like, yo, Peter, you're gonna be the next superstar. If I tell you, Joel, quit everything you're doing right now, you're probably not gonna get paid now.
That's a good point. That's
you gotta
now that's a risk you're taking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. You seen in Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Love that movie.
When Jonah Hill goes to Leo,
he
was like, "Show me a pay stub right now. I fucking quit my job." 2 minutes later, yo, I'm done. Look at them. It was like, I can't, and as a person, I cannot expect you to do that for me.
Well,
No, I can't tell you, man, yo, quit your job, do what you gotta do, be under me, because that's risky as fuck,
right.
and I don't want to ruin your life. I know whatever you got going on, you got your responsibilities, so I'm not gonna be like, yo, bro, quit all this shit right now. We're gonna make it. I have the confidence to do so, but like, yo, doing it is also like a very big pressure to it too. And always like, music's not the only thing I'm doing. This is my job. That's like you telling me, yo, quit the last stop, focus on music. I can't do that. So how can I expect you to do that for me?
Yeah.
Huh? So I'm like, now it's more like just build a team around it, and we'll do our best to make it happen.
It's tough.
It's so tough.
It's tough, but I think it's doable.
It's doable, but it's tough.
I think
And a lot of people need to be like ready.
yeah.
But you know, everybody knows there's gonna be one day we call you, yo, stop everything. Well, this is it. I got the phone call. We're doing it.
Right.
Say, and J. Cole, when it was the SoundCloud story, he was like, yo, he gets pulled over and Jay-Z's on the phone. It was like, yo, you just got signed to Rock. Gets pulled over. Gets arrested for a suspended license. But he had no worries. He was like, yo, signed to Rock, like, good.
Yeah.
I'm all right. And so he was like, yo, it's the easiest night I spent in jail. Because, like, going out, I'm signing Jay-Z, motherfucker. What the fuck you is saying to me now? Like, I'm good. I'm money's up. I'm all right. And that's all it is.
Yeah. You're definitely dropping some gems with that one.
It's a fact.
Man, that's tough, yo. That's tough. I mean, hey, listen, I as your homie, as your friend, your confidant, definitely, yeah, hype man, all that jazz. You know, I definitely, you know, believe in you. I definitely see the intention behind you trying to be great, and I think that's all you need, bro. You just need to keep doing what you're doing, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna be happy with the result one way or another.
It'll happen. It was patience, consistency, and patience.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't happen, you can't be mad at it.
Yeah. So I mean, to bring it all back, is there one thing that you want to air out and tell the listeners, pretty much like, yo, give me a reason to listen to PDNY. Before we end it off, give me a reason to listen to PDNY.
Like, listen to me, you won't be disappointed, Like, and if you understand what I'm saying, you'll learn something from it.
Tough.
I'm not saying that you're gonna learn everything from the music. You're not.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of lessons that are to be learned from it. That's a vibe, Like, you can be with your shorty, you can be heartbroken, you can be happy, you can be upset, you can be angry, you can be ecstatic, you can be euphoric, you can be fucking whatever it is. There's a song that you can listen to. And I'll leave it at that, punk. It's up to them, though. Like, you want to listen to it and go for it.
PDNY. Apple Music, Spotify.
Fact. Check it out.
Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music.
All that.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Not stop if you guys want to come to the PDNY.
Oh, they definitely gotta pull up to Last Stop.
That's what we do,
Yeah, I hear you, and I love it.
And the biggest thing about this is, like, this is all family. So this is not, we didn't force ourselves to do this. This just happens.
Yeah. That's why we're here, man, to provide that platform to give people that opportunity.
We here.
Los, you got anything you want to?
Nah, I'm good, bro. It was a good conversation, man. It was, I appreciate you again.
Nah, thank you.
New home for the
New home for the pod. Stay tuned for more coming out of the Last Stop.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Joey B.
Los.
PDNY, checking out.
We live, baby. Let's go.
Hey.